What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wolfcryer here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem. Alright, so this is a live stream, so there might be a little glitches here and there if you're tuning in after the live stream. I will also be talking to chat, that sort of thing, so keep that in mind as well. I really am interested in the full release of this game. I'm hoping that everything's going to play out well. I'm hoping that everything with this game goes smooth, but I'm not actually expecting it to. I'm expecting some glitches during launch. You know, even big companies like Blizzard, even Path of Exile has problems during the launches of new leagues, new seasons, that sort of thing. And this is an indie company with about 45 people working on it, so I'm not sure, you know, if this is going to go smooth or not, but I'm hoping it does, because so far I'm really interested in this game, and I think overall it plays really well. So let's go ahead. I do not know what time the actual release is tomorrow. I will be personally streaming it on Twitch tomorrow night, probably around 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's when I'm going to first be able to get to play it, so I'm hoping that any problems are all resolved by the time I actually get home and can play the game, which would be pretty awesome if that's the case. Anything that goes wrong gets fixed, and then I get to finally relax after a long day of work and then taking care of my kids and that sort of thing, and I can just chill and stream on twitch.tv/Wolfcryer. You can find me there tomorrow night, and I'm really hyped for this game. I am looking forward to it. So right now you're only able to play offline if you have the current version of the game, which is $29.99 on Steam right now, and it will be raising to $44.99 once this goes live, which has always been the case. I see a lot of people complaining that there is a price increase coming, and actually it's more in terms of the sale is ending, ladies and gentlemen. It's been on sale since it's been announced, and now that sale is finally ending. It's been a few years where it's been on sale. I personally picked mine up for $15.99. I know people that have picked it up for $19.99, $9.99. It's all dependent on when you purchase the game. Earlier supporters got it for cheaper. That's the way this was designed. That's how they kept everything in mind when looking at the price points for the game. So it's not raising in price. The sale is over. So that's one thing that I wanted to, talk about with this game, is the price point. It's not an increase, it's the ending of the decrease. So if it's going to be worth $45, not sure. We're going to have to wait and see how that all plays out. I'm not telling people to go out and spend your money, because I know, money can be hard to come by here and there. But so far, I've enjoyed playing this game, and I've really liked it. And we're going to jump in today. Don't know, Sharon. I wish I knew, and I'm guessing that's going to be a big question during this live stream, is when this goes live. Gear says 18 CET. So I'm not sure what time that is. I probably should have looked that up before the live stream, but that's why we're doing it live. Mistakes are going to be made today.
That'll be noon your time tomorrow.
So about noon our time, noon Eastern time tomorrow. Thank you very much, Draves. Greatly appreciate that. Oh, Draves, can you move us down to my streaming channel? In Discord? That'd be pretty fucking epic. Excuse the language. This is a live stream. I do swear here and there. Hopefully I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum during the stream. On Twitch, it's a little more lenient with that than YouTube. Hopefully this doesn't get demonetized right off the bat, because this is a video that's going to go up on the channel afterwards. So you start off this game, you and your brother and sister. When you're 5 years old, the Grand Inquisitor Heimlock recruits you and trains you, and you become these excellent fighters, that sort of thing. Is this closer to D3 or PoE? I'd put it somewhere in the middle. but with more leaning towards Diablo 3. It's got a very arcade-like gameplay system. It's got a skill modifier system similar to runes in Diablo 3, but it does have a passive tree that is a little bit intricate here and there. I like the cutscenes. They're not Blizzard quality, but let's go ahead and watch this opening cutscene. I think you would, Sabotaged. I think you would. Is the volume good, ladies and gentlemen?
Sounds good here.
Good. That dude's still hanging outside of the shields, though. He's all by himself. Why aren't the archers just taking that dude down?
We need to get through to engage the Brotherhood of Dawn before daybreak.
We won't make it in time if we're pinned down.
Take my children, silence the archers. The rest will march on.
Grand Inquisitor, purity and sacrifice. Siege ladder, now!
Alright. Tomorrow, 12 Eastern is what I'm being told, so... Now with this, we are going to go ahead and find that ladder. Guess we just follow her. We have this ability to start off. Where's that ladder? Oh, we talk to her.
Let's go.
And then we climb up the ladder. And we go ahead and comes up with tutorial-ish. Space is your dodge roll. So we get that. You don't want to use all of it because you only have a certain amount. Oh, that's a charged up skill, it looks like. So we want to save that for...
Get them down! Get them all down!
And we'll use our basic attacks there. Now you will be able to modify Purge Lightning. Purge with Lightning. Oops, see, we wanted to save our dodge there and there. We gotta be in melee range for that skill. But there we go.
We'll fly you alive. Oh, you hear that?
They're expecting like noon tomorrow Eastern time, somewhere around there. I know that streamers are going live around 11:30, so I would expect some time after that. I would not expect a clean launch. I really wouldn't. This game has been buggy here and there. It's still buggy during this beta, and I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to launch exceptionally clear of bugs and that sort of thing. So that's something to keep in mind. So I would plan in the afternoon. I mean, that's probably what I would plan, you know.
We need to get back to the purifiers now.
So now we're starting to see that these ghosts, they probably shouldn't be here. So that's part of the storyline, is that magic in this game is like outlawed. Oh, should have rolled. And you've come to find out that, you know, you have magic. What's up, Mikey? How you doing, Mike?
What the hell happened here?
He's one of us.
A scout.
Hey, soldier.
Just the
you
graphics look pretty
Where's the rest of
decent.
your squad?
But yeah, it does fuzz out a little bit on you when it's going through these little in-game scenes. We'll talk to him.
He's in shock.
Shut up. Shut up!
We don't have time for this. Let's move.
So these are your brother and sister, Edric and Valeria.
I'm not alone!
Look What's up, Darkin?
Val. Darling, you're gonna owe me big time.
I praise your resilience, mortal. You
Alright, we gotta get to this dude.
fine host.
Val, it's now or never.
Now come to me. Come to me and be
We need more charges.
service of the sleeper.
Purifiers only serve mankind, demon.
I do not request. I command.
Purity and sacrifice!
Alright, this dude's like badass. Oof. And then another cutscene.
I can't. He's too strong. Val, I need you now!
Be at peace. For soon you shall be no more.
That's an apocalyptic form. That's coming in the full release. Excuse me. And now we get to do a gameplay sequence with apocalyptic form, which is not currently in this version of the game, but is coming.
Human after all. Disappointing.
Oh, actually, we don't have to.
You owe me an explanation. Let's go, let's go!
It sucks, but it's been a few months since I've played this. Alright, best character to start with. The way this works is you do not, this is not Twitch heavy, but I am still streaming on Twitch. For those of you concerned that I do not stream on Twitch anymore, I am still mainly streaming on Twitch currently. I just like doing some YouTube streams as well,
Quite dead yet.
just for my YouTube peeps, and especially if I want it to double as a video. What was I saying? Alright, best character to start with.
What happened back
Wolcen does not do a class system at all. So in the beginning, you get to choose between ranged, caster, and melee type. But that's just deciding your starting weapon and starting skills. So that skill, these skills are based off of the fact that I'm using a sword, and that's it. Everything afterwards, you can change your build, you can do anything you decide to do as you progress through the game. There is no class. It goes by your passive tree and your weapons and skills that you choose. Certain skills can only be used with certain weapons, etc. So you need to be able to have the ability to equip certain item in order to be able to use certain skills. So the cool thing about the skills system is you can rotate this, and say you want to get over to here, but you want this strength. So you would go all the way through here to the one of the ends, and then you would rotate it so that it would match up with this, so that you can go to the next one. This third ring will be coming with the full launch of the game. Right now, let's take a look at what we've got to choose from. I'm more looking towards what we want to build with. Force shield, 2/2/2, attacks and spells. So we're looking at damage, rage, and that sort of thing on this side. So we're probably going to go with that. So there's health, rage cost reduction, willpower cost reduction, or we've got melee damage and critical hit damage. We're going to go with some health to begin with. Is that it? We only had one. We're going to cancel that. Oh, we don't have any points. Durr. Alright. Yep, to use a skill, right-click. Skills require either willpower or rage to be cast. The type of skills you can cast are based on your equipped weapon, as I was saying. You can see your skills by pressing S. And see, these are the modifiers that I'm talking about. Right now we have two skills. We have our basic attack and a skill, Anvil's Woe. Summon a colossal hammer and bring it down on your foes, dealing damage. Now, as you level, right now there's only 8, but there will be 16 modifiers in the game. So this one increases damage, this one reduces cost, this one increases the area of effect, higher critical stun, converts fizz to lightning damage, more likely to apply ailments, critical hits deal more damage, and able to charge up the ability to deal additional damage as well. Now, some of these will change the skill entirely, depending on the skill and that type of stuff.
Did you drown?
Alright, we need rage in order to use that ability, so... we'll go ahead and generate some rage, and there we go. We've got that there. Let's go ahead and equip some items, I think. For now. Probably won't keep that skill. Put that back on. Oops. What? Right click to equip. Did. Oh, we don't have enough charges right now. Is that supposed to stay in your inventory like that? Or do we just need another slot? That's what it is. We already have one in equipped. So
I think
we're
you need
waiting on
another
another
slot.
slot. That's what it is. This UI is not staying in the trailer, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. You can see the new UI, which is still similar. This is your stamina, which affects your rolls. So you have 3 rolls. Once you're out, you're out. And then it regenerates as you go. Alright. Ascend towards the surface. I think it's going to be a very good addition. Now, the way this game works is you have rage and willpower. So if somebody's going whirlwind, they are going to need a spell casting type ability with it. So it's going to be a good combination. So you use whirlwind to dump rage and gain willpower, and another skill to dump that willpower and gain the rage back to be able to whirlwind.
Val, snap out of it! It's me, damn it!
Horseshit!
Did you knock your head? Who do you expect me to be exactly?
Oops, my bad. My bad. Sorry about that.
I've no idea what's going on. I was having my ass kicked when something awakened from within to save me. I need help,
Sorry.
alright, but I'm not some demon, goddammit. Come on, Val.
Oh, really? Prove it.
You're a tool.
That does not seem like something a demon would say. All right. Point taken.
Hello, mister. Can you tell me a basic comparison between
So,
Wolcen and
what
Grim
now?
Dawn about
Frankly,
the combat
I don't
feels?
We
It
should regroup with
feels
Operation
somewhat
Dawn then,
similar
shall we?
to Grim Dawn from the little bit I've played of Grim Dawn.
No, they'll burn you alive.
I'm not worried.
Its aesthetics kind of remind
The
me
nameless
of
sure
Grim
as hell
Dawn,
will,
just
and
more,
smile on her face. Look, let's
more
get out of here
detailed,
first, then we'll figure
if you
something
will.
out.
I don't consider myself to have enough playtime in Grim Dawn to really be able to give the comparison. But I mean, I've played a little bit here and there, but not enough to really be an expert on Grim Dawn itself to help you out with that there. Because Grim Dawn can be a little bit fluid with the gameplay
Oh,
overall,
winged
which is
spear.
good too.
They do come in every shape, don't they?
Mutations.
No matter, they die all the same.
Damn right.
Alright, we gotta watch this dude's poison. Probably shouldn't have used that potion already. Alright, so see that we were generating our rage with our basic attacks, and I think being dealt damage. But now we've got a ton of willpower, so we can't cast our rage ability.
Torn apart. I don't get it. Svraya aren't normally this bold, not without good reason.
That soul demon first, now this. There's something wrong around here. Something
Give him the magic missile. What's up,
Demon
Jesse?
in the open can
How you
only
doing
mean that
today?
Something major's about to happen. But what?
Alright. I really personally enjoy the overall look of this game. I think it's got a, you know, the arcadey, as I said, feel of like Diablo gameplay, but I think overall it looks much grittier. It looks kind of like,
We must pull back.
you know, what they're going for with Diablo 4, in my opinion, with that, you know, more realistic look, less cartoony. So that's one thing I like about this game. Alright, so now we're going to go into the town. Oh, wait. We get to talk to which guy? Her.
I know that face. You've got a plan.
You need answers. And I don't think Mayless will get you anything more than a... So, here's my plan.
That needs to be
You wait
fixed.
for me in Stormfall. Easy enough, yes? Meanwhile, I meet up with our forces and I try to talk to Edric about the situation. To see how we can convince our people that you're not a bloody demon.
Agreed. I would rather appreciate not being executed.
On the way here, I heard talk of an inn in Stormfall. The Laughing Seagull. I'll meet you there. Keep...
Alright, so now we can head into the
Why
town.
do you let people in?
For the 100th time, this city is already filled to capacity with refugees. We are not letting anyone in.
Look, I really need to have access. Let me through.
That's not how things work, friend. Only conscripts are...
So
This
you
is
want
not.
fighters?
This is the
I
beta
will
version of
fight.
the game,
Now stand aside.
ladies and gentlemen. I do not have access to the full version, and if I did, I also couldn't stream it to the best of my knowledge, so I wanted to be able to do this stream just to show off a little bit here and there, talk about the game, talk about my thoughts on, you know, how it's going to go with the launch, some of the things that are coming with it,
Let's see what you've got.
some of the things that are already in the game, skills, that sort of thing. We got our first passive point because we leveled up, so we're going to go ahead and spend 2 points. We're going with the health and health again, and I don't know if there's going to be a way to undo points or not yet. So
There
for
is,
now-
yeah.
There is. I thought there was, but I
Gold for
The hero, you hear?
skill points and something else for passive points.
all right, cool.
Filled to capacity.
Actually tells you on the character screen that you can do it.
Is this the jeweler? We're gonna go ahead and grab a new longsword. Now, I've played the bow skills and gun skills. They seem like they need some work, and maybe that's coming in, you know, the future of this game. We'll have to see. We'll throw that on. I'd rather have a shield, I think, but let's see who we got here. All right, interaction and skills.
Report to Thunderblade Farad at the battlefront.
Okay, so interacts are your skills. So let's see what we want for a skill. Throw a spinning dual blade. We're gonna go with that. So if we right click it, we learn that skill. So now we've got Phantom Blades, but we need only usable with daggers, bows, and pistols. Damn it, should have read that first. Alright, let's see what else they got. We cannot use that. So it's okay. That one's only usable with staves or catalysts. This is only usable with melee weapons, and this is only usable with bows and pistols. So
Let's
right
go buy a
now,
dagger.
we're gonna see if this dude sells daggers, and he does. We don't have enough gold, so we'll sell that, and that's fine. All right, we get our attribute sheet here, and we can spend points into this. Toughness is the only thing that affects your toughness, to the best of my knowledge now. That's the way that's going to work with the upcoming release. So that's something that had changed, I had read. We're going to go with attack and toughness, so we'll confirm that. We get a few more points, so we're going to go with a lot of attack and some toughness, and we'll be able to add more into agility for dodge chance, attack speed, that sort of thing, and wisdom will do spell casting and that sort of thing. Now we can reset our attributes for a set amount of gold, so that's good, and we can do the same for passives, but passives, it looks like, takes the stuff you get from whatchamacallit, your skill books, etc. It's always good to pick up skill books, because I think you can sell those for additional currency for skills. Now the way the skill system is going to go is unassigned modifier points here. This will go to 10. The max you can have is 10, and each one takes a certain amount. So these take 4. This one takes 8. So you wouldn't be able to use the level 20 and level these two together, but you might be, is it 4? That seems odd that it's 4 for these and 8 for that. We'll see. We'll see how that comes out in launch.
You are all that stands between the queens and your families. So stop sobbing. Get ready for hacking. Make every blow count.
But we're not even trained. How are we supposed to kill them?
You use the sharp edge.
Use the sharp edge. Which skill tree? This one? Yeah, it's going to be bigger. And it rotates, and it's pretty cool overall. I like it. It's not as convoluted as Path of Exiles. Alright, so now we can get through. Once we talk to him. T will use Town Portal. So that's good. We get that automatically. Overall, I mean, I really like the sounds of the game. I like the gameplay so far.
Please don't tell me you are the real.
Maybe. I have a message for
He is inside, organizing the. Oh no!
Greens! The Greens are coming!
I'm going in.
What? Wait! I didn't authorize.
You want reinforcements? I'm all you're gonna get. Now let's go.
Max players in party will be 4. Alright, so we launch the event.
Come on, men! Let's
This is a pretty cool cutscene
Time
too.
to show those Greens the color of the storm! Warm her up! I want to hear her sing! Now!
Squad 2 to the west. Squad 3 in position.
Here they come! Knock! Draw! Loose! It's not enough. Unleash the storm now! To hell with it! Fire at will! Give them everything you've got! Stand
Alright,
as one!
then we get to
Push
fight these
the
things.
ball!
What's up, Cookie Boy? Alright, so
Cannoners! Protect the cannon! To the north! Push them back into the ground!
our job right here, I guess, is to protect the cannon. It never actually takes damage, so I don't think we need to worry about that.
Squad 2 to the west! Show them the might of the storm! We'll live through this!
And we just attack. This isn't really a problem till the big dude shows up. I like the AoE of this thing. I just wish it was bigger, but then you get the modifier later on for it. Alright, so here's one of the bigger dudes. Now we start probably taking some damage. And at least you deal a lot of AoE type of damage. Gotta not stand in that poison, that's for sure.
I have to split for a little bit. I'll be back.
Alrighty, man. Alright, we gotta take this dude down. Get out of that poison. And over, it's just these little dudes here. Minimap shows you where the baddies are, so we just gotta keep going. Here's the big dude. What do you recommend for devastating power if I can handle that monster amount when hitting you?
Come on, you big
Right now I don't know which skill I want to be going with. Alright, we gotta try to dodge that. And that, and we did. But that's a lot of... Oh, that's too much damage. It's too much damage. Probably don't want to be doing that. We get charges. We're gonna run out. We need some charges. Almost got a charge. There we go. No, no, no. We don't have enough stamina charges. We used all of our dodges, so we're back up. Oh, that tail hit, though. We're out of stamina charges. That's not good. We do have some health charges. Alright, we got some stamina charges back so we can dodge again. And he's down. Alright, so let's grab an axe. I'm gonna put an axe on this side. Throw this helm on. Gives us some resistances. Alright, so yeah, these anoraks, these skills, you can sell them for this currency here that is used to respec your passives and that sort of thing. So that'll be good.
Some messenger you are. What's the message then?
That the reinforcements...
Jesse, I'm not even lurking.
Impeccable time.
I'm not ashamed. Nice.
Your orders are to stand your ground.
Are you serious? My men's
morale is hanging by a thread. Their friends are dead.
Overall, I'm really, really enjoying this game.
And little to no arrows left. What am I to do? Those buffoons are sentencing us to death for no reason. We won't withstand the next bloody assault.
You won't have to.
Oh yes, and why is that?
I'm taking the fight to them.
Don't be ridiculous.
Watch me.
Exactly, Heavy. Exactly. Lost Grim Epoch of Exile Bane 3. Alright, so we got some more attributes. We are going to try to give us some more attack speed. I want to make us kind of tough too, though. Alright, we'll confirm that. Obviously, when this game gets going, I'll probably be working on, guides, leveling guides, or, tips with crafting, that sort of thing. Crafting is not in the game currently, but it is being added. There are new endgame aspects being added with the full release. There's new everything. The game is going to over double. I think it's going to be over triple the content that it currently has, and that's going to be pretty awesome indeed. What we're going to do right now is take a quick look at the trailer.
Each of you has always been stubborn in your own way. Stubborn to have it your way. Stubborn to never give up. Turn back now while you still have each other.
You stand accused of desertion, murder of your own people, consulting with the occult, and conspiring with enemies of the Republic.
I want railguns on the two traitors! I want them dead!
I've got your back, brother!
Remember what we fight for. As long as one of us remains, hope is with us. Prepare to be impaled!
Brother, there's too many of them! I can't give up.
I know, sister. We earned everything this time.
Reveal your true potential, Ascended. Fight like you have never fought before. Dawn does not hide from darkness.
I won't stand idly by watching my people suffer.
Reform the line! Get ready!
Brother, come back in one piece. Understood?
It is here.
Why didn't you leave when I told you to?
I'm proud to do this at your side.
Me too, Val. We'll get through this together.
So, that trailer is badass. The sound all played, all that stuff, because on my end I couldn't hear it. But, we don't have enough range. Thankfully, we do a lot of AoE damage. I want a dagger. Let's see. It's an upgrade. It's 20 health. Well, that's pretty cool. It took his shirt off and gave him more health. Okay. I guess that's what happens in real life, too. There will be side bosses added to the game with the upcoming update. And I think that's pretty cool. There'll be, like, hidden bosses that you can find through the world. So it'll be interesting to see. Let's go ahead and add some more passive points. Alright, so I'm going to do cooldown reduction, attack damage. I think we're going to go over to this here. Crit damage. And there. And then we'll go out. We'll probably rotate this wheel. For now, we'll confirm that. That'll give us some more damage. I think we're going to go heavy on the ferocity. We're going to add some wisdom after. At level 5, we can start adding modifiers. Gotta watch that poison. We don't need to pick everything up now. We're past that point. But I am looking for a dagger. These bodies can sometimes give some loot. Alright. If you notice on your screen right here on the minimap, it shows you where there's like elite pack. Or it can. But these are just regular monsters. I take it. Oh no, that is an elite pack.
Giant burning one. That explains a lot. I must find this beast and stop it.
Yeah, these are blues. So we're looking for a dagger if anybody sees one on the screen. Missed. Alright, so here we got some normal baddies. We could use a shield. That might be able to give us some range stuff too. Let's drop that shield on instead of the axe. And we'll see if we can find a dagger at some point. I want to be able to use that skill that I picked up for now anyways, just to take a look at it. Alright, we got through these on. What is this one? Attackable. Alright, Wings of Ishmael. Summon a giant spear and leap onto your enemies, damaging them. So we're going to learn that actually. And we're going to put that there. I want to see, does it use rage? No, it generates rage. Alright. Actually, we're going to go down here, see if there's any loot. Oh, that's pretty cool. It does have a pretty big cooldown. Sorry about that, gang. Plate pauldrons, we'll go ahead and equip that. The rest of this stuff we can probably just get rid of at some point, but is there another box down here? Yeah, there's a treasure chest, so that's good. Let me just fix chat so I can see it a little better. We got another interact, so that we're going to be selling these to gain points for respecs and that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool that your extra skills that you find are at least usable in that aspect. It is a beautiful looking game. So it's got a pretty decent cooldown, but it also generates rage. So we can use it to initiate a fight and then have rage to be able to engage afterwards with our other skills. So that's pretty awesome, actually. We'll take those greaves for now. So now it actually flows well with that ability with in combination, which is pretty cool. Ooh. Don't want to stand there and take that. Is that the dagger? I think it is. It's a good combination. Alright, nope. That is a catalyst. So that's used for spell casting and stuff like that. You can actually run a dagger or a gun with a catalyst and be able to have decent spell casting ability and be able to still do melee skills like whirlwind, etc. I like the defensive bonus that the shield brings. But yeah, that's pretty satisfying, that combination of leaping in and dealing damage with your hammer. Alright, we're gonna go down here, beat these guys. We reached level 5, so now we've got the ability to reduce the rage cost or increase the damage. I think we're gonna reduce the rage cost right now. This one. Nope. Can we put it here? We only get 2 right now for that. Wonder why. Oh, because we have to level it up. Alright, so that's what it is. The skill itself has to reach that level in order to get access. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, so we'll reduce the rage cost of our Anvil's Woe. So that'll be good. Jump into the passive tree again. Let me see where we want to go as far as that goes. Attack speed. This is spell casting, so we're gonna rotate this one so that we can go over here. Now that we've got that, we're gonna go down into weapon damage. We'll confirm that for now, and seems like a good idea to me. Drop a couple points there. Some more attack speed. That's good. I think we're going to go heavy into ferocity and toughness, though. Yep, exactly, Brian. You can learn all of the abilities this game has to offer. Right off the bat. What the fuck was that? He, like, launched himself everywhere. I hope there's a cooldown for Wings of Ishmir. That's what I'd like to see. I'm personally really, really liking this game. Oh. Fail is fail. Oh. Let's not let them get us with that. So there's different types of enemies depending on do we want to go a Morning Star? 6 to 7. That one's, the sword's got fire damage though. Although this one does bleeding with it. Now we'll stick with the sword for now. Let's kill this group here. Actually, we can just keep going. Whoops. Probably shouldn't use that as a movement ability with the 8 or 9 second cooldown. Yeah, I have 2. I've really enjoyed the little bit that I have been able to play in this game. I've had it since 2018, I think is when I got it. So I was still a little bit late to the party, this dude's a little bit stronger than the others. Probably don't want to stand in that. Roll. I want this big dude going, but oh, I went right back into it. You son of a bitch. All right. Whew. That was a fun fight. For sure. We can hit Alt to show this stuff on the ground. We could pick up a pistol, but then we lose all of our abilities there. We get a small rage potion. Perhaps we could use that. That restores rage. We also have the ability to use a two-handed weapon. How does the character act when you keep the attack move buttons down instead of clicking? This is what I'm doing right now. So it's pretty decent movement overall. It does not have like a separate force move button, unfortunately, though. I can't wait to see what some of the modifiers to like skills like this one will be, because I've seen some of the stuff they've been putting on Twitter and it's just pretty epic overall. Range dudes need to go. I like the way it looks. I like the aesthetics. I like the gameplay so far. It doesn't feel clunky. It can at times, though. I have had it where it feels a little bit clunky. Alright, so these are this part of the story is the fact that all this stuff keeps happening, where these guys just keep popping up. Still want a dagger. Exactly. Alright, so we got level 6. Oh, that sucked, but it's alright. We can clear it up there. These guys are just going to keep coming, it seems. We'll throw that one on. Most of the stuff we're gonna probably have to get rid of. I definitely want to see if I can pick up a couple new abilities. Alright, so what do we got over here? Increased damage for each enemy. Percentage of physical damage becomes Ren damage. Ooh, a bleed build. And gives all forms of damage life leech. I like that. So what do we got? Move speed. We got attack damage. We got melee weapon damage. Let's go with attack damage. Confirm that. Bounce out. Add more ferocity. Let's do all of it in ferocity this time. So I think we're going heavy on the attack damage. Alright, these guys suck. Alright. Don't die. Dodging is a thing. A little better. Still no. We got a sword. Great sword. Still no dagger. It wants me a dagger. Move speed usually is, yeah, I'll agree there. But I just want some damage. You got no rage. Which is odd, because that's supposed to generate rage. Wrong way. Oh wait, what's that? Just gold.
So many eggs.
What's up, Anesthesis? Anesthesis? Sorry. Not sure what time exactly, and don't know if there's going to be problems at launch, but it is believed it's around noon tomorrow Eastern time that it's going to launch, but I could be entirely wrong, which happens occasionally. I think the combat itself feels really good. Overall, it feels impactful. It's like what you're doing feels like it should. Ooh, my first rare. It is a... Alright, so sockets on this. If you notice, this has a defensive socket. Gems are going to change what they do based on the type of socket that you have. There's going to be, I believe it's 9 or 12 different sockets available, gems available, and they're all going to have different things that they can do based on the socket that they're put into. And it just feels good that there's this many things coming at you in the game too. I mean, you feel like you've got to battle through to be able to get to where you're going. These screechers are annoying. That's what I heard too, Ron Fair. I'm pretty sure that is the case, but we'll have to see, you know, what exactly goes wrong with the game, etc. Because I'm sure something's going to go wrong. Hopefully not much. I wish them, like, great luck with this game because I'm really looking forward to the full release. I can't wait to play it. I've played this this act here, but I just really want to see what it's going to be like for the, you know, the full version. See, we're taking some damage here. You couldn't go around and gather all of this stuff and just face tank it all, because you will eventually pull too much. Yeah, let's get in here. See, he's spawning stuff there, which is pretty cool. He throws out this stuff and it spawns up guys. Alright, so there's our first gem, and we got some faults for now. So we'll put those on for now. Shows a quality, star rating quality. It's heavy armor. That's heavy armor as well. But now we've got a gem. So in offensive, it does +2 to material damage. And in defensive, it's material resistance score. And in support, it's material status ailment chance score. So I think there's going to be 9 total things that they can do, that each gem can do. That's what I read, I'm pretty sure, yesterday in the patch notes, which we'll talk about in a little bit from now. Because they released a somewhat smaller list of patch notes, but I mean, it's still pretty massive, but it's not everything that's coming in the game. Alright, so we get another interact. It sucks that we used that one that we can't use yet because we do not have a dagger, but hopefully we can get that when we go to town, or hopefully we find one, because I would like to see a dagger in use to show off that skill, that blade skill. There's going to be 12 different gems, 9 different things each gem can do based on the socket. I think you're going to be able to craft different sockets, as in pretty much re-roll the sockets on gear so that they can be different types of sockets. I think that's what I got out of the patch notes. Thank you very much for the Patreon. Greatly appreciate that. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. I believe, somebody tell me, is my new tier pricing list changed for YouTube, for joining on YouTube now? I updated the whole YouTube membership to try to offer more price points. I don't know if it's there yet. Why did he live? He should have died. That's what it seems like. Depending on your socket available. Thank you very much, though. Greatly appreciate the Patreon support. You guys are pretty epic. I've been trying to do more of these YouTube live streams and doing more YouTube videos just for patrons and YouTube people who join via YouTube. Oh, a gutting knife. That is a dagger. Alright, so now we have access to this ability as well. Our Q ability. But let's go ahead and bring this up. Do we want... Let's go with health. And then go there. Because we're going to go down to Warmonger, get some life leech. And then we'll start looking at other stuff for now. Oops. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. Confirm that. Let's look at our skills now. Phantom Blades does have reduced reload time for charges or increased damage. Let's go with that. This also can do greater rage generation or increased flight speed. Let's go with that. And then, is there a cooldown? Oh, no longer has a cooldown, but costs a stamina point, which is pretty interesting because that takes away one of your dodge rolls. So that's pretty interesting way to do that. Those eventually you can get to return to you. Alright, so now we got a ranged ability. That's actually a pretty cool combo there. I actually like that. Let's see. Whoops. We need to get away. We can launch that. You can add modifiers to that one. I think that's going to cause it to send out more than one. That sort of thing. So pretty interesting to see exactly what modifiers are available for that. Where is he? And used to be with this game, there was 2, 5, and 10. Yep, that sounds about right for the new YouTube tiers for membership. They just recently added that like a few months ago, where you could change the tier amount. Because previously it used to just be 5, just like Twitch. But like I said, I do plan on doing more videos for patrons and stuff like that. All of my IRL videos, I think, are going to move to that. Behind the scenes type of stuff and all of that. Now, I want to know, does this use... Oh, it doesn't seem to use either. Alright, so this ability doesn't... It gets charges. It doesn't generate rage or willpower. So we can do some damage at range with this. Probably won't keep that. Probably go with more of a spell casting ability. Like, you know, something cold or lightning. But it is pretty cool to be able to throw everything in the distance, stuff like that. You can use guns as well, or bows for your ranged abilities. But that does start to limit the melee type of skills that you can use.
That must be why the Severe are flocking to the surface.
That's a pretty good combo, though. I like it. I like it. They do. They feel really satisfying, too. I don't know. Like, even since, you know, I've been playing this game, they just feel pretty cool to play. The only thing is, I found that bow skills were lacking for the most part, and then I ended up switching to guns when I was playing that type of skill, because guns seem to deal, you know, be more satisfying than the bow skills, personally. What's up, Briar? How you doing today? I think you can even get this this thing to return to you. Let's take a look at that. Phantom Blades. Increased area of effect. Projectile circles around the cursor's location. Converts base physical to toxic damage and applies a poison. Can hold an additional charge, or projectiles become a bola that roots enemies and teleport to the projectile's location on recast. So that's pretty cool, but I think there's going to be either the ability of multiple projectiles with it, or the ability to have it return to you. I think that's going to be the case. Battle boots. Let's go ahead and throw those on. Jump into here. We are probably not going to be going through the full act today. Because because I do still want to talk about some of the patch notes. That was pretty cool combo with that. That's one thing I like about this, is that you've got the ability to do both ranged and melee skills. So something's really far off, or if you need to get away, you can go ahead and cast that. Maybe something's damaging you and it decides to run away and you need to be able to get to it, but you're surrounded by enemies. You can go ahead and throw off your ranged ability. And it's overall, I'm impressed with what they've been able to do. You can use it to, you know, join the fight. You gotta use your rolls. Waiting for another charge, try to get out of this. There we go. Whew. It was a fun little fight. 222. We'll take the willpower potion. We probably won't use it. But I think that's one thing I really like about the game is the combat. Even early on, you can feel, you know, like what you do and the decisions you make in combat matter. You know, saving your dodges for when you really need them, and realizing that, oh, maybe I shouldn't have used that dodge just to move right there, because now I need it to avoid this dude's abilities. You know, and using your ranged ability on a close range mob, and then something runs away from you and you realize you don't have the ability to get them, depending on which ranged ability you have. I think the decision making is pretty cool with the gameplay. Overall, I find it very enjoyable. That's one thing. Like, I say that it's similar to D3, but it's got a lot more impactful decisions during combat than just, you know, teleport out of the way and fire off the skill, teleport out of the way. I mean, you've got a lot more abilities that you can change to satisfy how you want to play the character and that type of stuff, so the only reason I would say it's like Diablo is the fact that it's fluid. It's very arcade-like I said at the beginning of the stream. I can't wait to play it either. I am so looking forward to this launch. It just sucks that I have to work, unfortunately, which, oh well. I wasn't able to get the day off. Alright, these guys look pretty badass. And it seems that we've got poison damage going on. But he's gone, and then we can get back into the fight with that ability. Avoid that poison pool. And then pound this dude with our hammer. Get out when we need to. Cast our ranged ability. Etc. Is there going to be a chest up here? I'd like to see one. And it just looks pretty decent. Yep, we got a chest. Bum, bum, bum. Nothing really. It's got your normal, you know, quest log right over here. Minimap looks decent. It's not too much. I like the fact that it's still translucent, the background. And yet still offers the full path. I want to get Whirlwind or something like that soon. I don't know what level you can pick that up. But it definitely feels good with the multiple different skills you can pick. That's one thing that bothers me with most aRPGs, is the fact that everything's going to be based off of one skill. Like Path of Exile does it, Diablo does it, like everything is usually, it's one skill in your build that's going to be dealing the damage. I like this game in how you can, you know, get things where you're using more than one skill to actually deal your damage. You could use, you know, something against ranged skill creatures, another skill against melee creatures, another skill against bosses, that type of thing. Oh, we're out of stamina rolls. I needed one there. See, that was another time when I used a stamina roll when I shouldn't have. Because then I got myself stuck. We'll grab that health ball. In the same boat, off every Friday is part of my schedule. Of course, this Friday I'm on. Damn, that sucks. I can't stand these screecher dudes. But he's done. Is that our first, like, ring that we've gotten? Click it. 2 rings. Alright, so we'll equip both of those. Fire res and rend resistance? Is that what that said? Rend is... Alright, elemental status ailment score would probably be for, you know, burning, shock, that type of thing. And material status is probably like poison or rend, something like that. I don't know. Exactly, I'll have to look into that, get some more information as far as like for videos and stuff. There's a lot that I'm still going to be learning about this game myself. Got the gold. But I personally can't wait to be able to dig into everything, especially the new crafting system, the new endgame system, which sounds pretty interesting. Something about building and then doing projects for completing the building or something like that. I still don't get it. I read it a few times. Still don't fully understand what the new endgame system is going to be. If anybody out there knows exactly what that's going to entail, definitely let me know. Nothings. Just hoping for another unique item. I mean, another rare that I could use. So that time we were out of stamina, so, or maybe I just didn't click the button I thought I did. So we used our leap to get out, so that's good to have like another movement ability. I think there's going to be other movement abilities as well in the game besides just your stamina roll. As you can see, I've got the leap. There's going to be dashes, that sort of thing. Let's use that one for now. For now. These screechers, when there's more than one, they hurt. There we go. Hey. Bye. Alright, so Havoc Orb. What is Havoc Orb? Let's go ahead and learn. Oh, only usable with daggers, bows, and pistols. So we got that. So we're going to go ahead and learn that. Oh, that's going to use Rage. Rage costs 288. Target an area and launch an exploding device dealing fire damage in an area of effect. So interesting. My willpower to not pick up loot after a fight is admirable. Yeah, I can't get them all. That's for sure. Oh, it's pretty far range though. So we would have to be able to bounce away. Alright, let's go ahead and get in here. Launch event, Bane of the Storm.
So that's where the giant one is hiding. His challengers got fried alive.
So this is the green guys that we're trying to help the townsfolk with. Oh, it's this boss.
Okay. That one is scary.
All right. Oop, cannot stand on that. probably don't want to get hit by that either. Chunk them. Oof. Get unstunned. Pretty intense fight here. That tail stun is crazy. Oh, he did get me the stun. I didn't know if he was going to or not, with me standing under him. Oh shit, now he brought out big dudes. So now I cannot stand under him like that, because now there's poison shit everywhere. Nope. So now things get a little bit more interesting, and I can't dodge out of that? Like what? Oops, wrong way. That poison has pissed me off. We can keep doing damage and stuff, but gonna have to try to get rid of the shit. Kill him. We're good. Trying to keep all the shit off of us is, we're good though. We got this. We will not die again. I promise. I've heard like noon Eastern. That fire and poison on the ground at the same time is like bullshit. Oh no. Get out of the way. What the fuck? That's bullshit. Like, why was I not able to... Alright, so that is a problem right there. Like, I had rolls. So what prevents you from doing your stamina roll? And I want to go back to town. So let's do that. Now that's one thing that I do have a problem with. Is that stamina roll can't go through stuff. Alright. Doesn't make much sense. Alright, let's go to the palace. It is a cool fight. His ads are crazy. The first time I fought him, it was relatively painless for the most part. I think that you need maybe a better AoE for the most part, and yeah, you get body blocked a lot. But I would have thought that you could roll through the enemies, but I guess you cannot, which is not too bad because you do have a movement ability usually. So it was just a poor play on my part. Once I realized I couldn't roll, I should have stopped rolling and switched to my leap and gotten out of the fight. Overall, it's a pretty cool fight, and that's just like the first like area boss. That's not even a big boss, you know what I mean, for the game. So if we sell that, no, I think we have to sell them to her instead for those points. All right, so that's good to know. I personally like the fight. I just really fucked up. That was all me. Let's see. Can I sell to her? Alright, so yeah, that's how you get the currency for that. Otherwise, they sell for gold. So if we sell these, we can level up our skills. So let's say we want to take Anvil's Woe, and it's currently level 8, but we want to make it level 9. We can go ahead and level that up. Or if we want to level up Havoc Orb. So that's a good way to catch up with the skills that we just grabbed. So now it's level 5. So now we can go into our skills. We can go to Havoc Orb, and now we can pick a modifier. So I like the reduced minimum range. So that makes it cast closer to you, which will definitely be helpful in, you know, killing everything that's close to you. So I like that there. So we'll throw that modifier on. Anvil's Woe, we have 3 more points, so we're almost to the point where we can add another modifier to it. And like I said, during launch, there's going to be 16 modifiers, not just 8. And some of the stuff that they've shown off is pretty cool in how they're going to modify skills. This is just a handful of the skills available. She doesn't have any for sale, does she? She's got a little bit. Warpath. Summons a mighty shield and run through your enemies. Breaking ranks. Only usable with melee weapons. We'll probably pick that up. Annihilation is a beam. Which you need a staff or a catalyst. You can use a dagger and a catalyst and have access to both melee and spell casting skills, which is pretty cool. So that is something that that you could do if you choose to. You can grab a shout, gunslinger's brand, line up a series of shots, then fire at multiple enemies, and an imposing bow, and launch several piercing arrows at once, and that can be used with bows and pistols. We're going to grab the shout. we're gonna grab probably Warpath just for the charge, and we're gonna learn those. Then we can choose to level up those if we choose to. Did I literally just sell them back? I tried to learn them while the window was open. Damn. Buyback. Alright. So there we go. So that learns those. So now we have the ability to have that charge. It does cost rage to use Warpath, so we do have to watch that. So our wings will generate 100 rage, but our Warpath will use rage. So we won't be able to, you know, just use that willy-nilly. And then shouts will generate rage and buffs your attack speed and cast speed, which is pretty cool. So if we threw that on instead of Havoc Orb, we can have a where are you? Just drag it over. Then we have a rage. It's got a 10-second cooldown, it seems. I want to know how far this can go. Pretty far. Can it be used? No. You cannot steer it once you start it, so that's good to know. One of Warpath gives a ton of rage, increased movement speed, increased damage, stuns enemies, can be held to prolong the skill. That's the one. Converts. Charge cannot be interrupted by crowd control. So overall, I mean, it's going to be a pretty decent game. How it does at launch is probably going to decide, you know, its longevity, if you will. But I think that it's going to do rather well. It's already sold, to the best of my knowledge, I've seen over 300,000 copies on Steam. So it's going to be, you know, a decent launch. There's going to be a lot of people streaming it. I myself am going to stream it tomorrow night at twitch.tv/Wolfcryer, and you'll be able to see that. What's up, Westbell? Tomorrow night, probably around 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to try to start earlier if I can, but I do have work tomorrow, and then I have to pick up my kids, and then they have karate, and then I got to make dinner, and then, you know, all that sort of thing. So usually it's not till around 9:30 when I can start streaming on a Thursday, or on most nights, that is. So the plan is to stream on Twitch tomorrow night, be able to play this game, check everything out. There's so much to cover in this game. There's going to be a lot of content for this game coming to the channel. I do expect that because there's a lot to show off and showcase in this game. And starting off right from the beginning, as far as the full launch, you know, we get Act 2, we get Act 3, we get updates to Act 1 as far as I know. There's going to be so much stuff in the game. Let's take a look at the patch notes right now. I wanted to show off that the patch notes for upcoming release and some of the things. We're not going to talk about everything, but we'll talk about some of the things. First up, it was pretty cool that they put their, you know, pretty much adding the game, which, why can't I open this? That seems weird. Why is it disappearing? Let's open it up on Steam, I guess. Wolcen. Let's take a look. Alright, there it goes. I don't know why it was like that. It wasn't letting me click it for some reason on the internets. Had to open up Steam. Alright, so pretty much what they're doing is adding the game. They put that in the patch notes itself, that basically we could summarize this whole thing in one line: added the game. There's going to be, you know, all characters and your inventories are going to be wiped. They're adding the female version of the character. You customize your character when you create it, so that's going to be pretty cool. You can design faces, that sort of thing, and adding colors and all of that. They're adding chapter 2 and 3. They're adding 2 difficulty modes for the campaign itself. Story mode, which allows you to enjoy the campaign without worrying about the difficulty whatsoever. So that's given those people that want to just play the story and not worry about dying all the time and that sort of thing. You can do that. Or you can play normal mode, which is going to allow you to, you know, play the game as it's meant to be and be able to, you know, die and enjoy the game for an action role-playing game, which is what it's meant to be. They're adding the Champion of Stormfall game mode, which unlocks after you complete the story. You can only play this mode on normal difficulty, but then you're going to be able to play that on all of your characters. Once you create a character and complete the campaign, you will no longer have to do the campaign unless you want to, etc. With those newer characters that you create, you'll be able to jump right into, you know, leveling up through the end game system instead of using that campaign all the time. So that's something that you will be able to do, similar to adventure mode in Diablo 3. So that's pretty cool, because I don't want to be running the campaign over and over and over and over again just to level up my backup characters. I want to get into the meat of the game, which hopefully is going to be the end game. There's going to be different end game systems, but the main one is going to be this Stormfall end game system, which I don't have much information about. I know it involves building and doing quests and projects and stuff like that. There's also going to be a cosmetic inventory that allows you to change the appearance of your armors and weapons. Similar to Diablo 3, when you pick up an item, you gain its transmogrification and you can change the look of all of your items. And then there's going to be 140 dyes that you can dye your armor and everything different colors, and those are going to be able to be found through the game while playing and that sort of thing. So that's another thing that people can look out for. To the best of my knowledge, there will be trading in this game, and they're also going to add, you know, a socket panel at with the ability to change the sockets on items, that sort of stuff. They're introducing crafting to the game. There's going to be 4-player multiplayer in the game. There's going to be tons of stuff that you can do in the game as far as end game system. I know that they're still keeping Gates of Fate, to the best of my knowledge. They're still keeping the Sarasay end game content, to the best of my knowledge as well. They're adding altars, which are shrines for the most part. They're adding apocalyptic form, which is where you change into a big beast or angel and you gain new abilities and you're able to deal a ton of damage like that. You'll have a meter, and it's similar to the way I'd say Warhammer Chaos Bane does that, where you fill that meter and you can do your super abilities and that type of stuff. But it looks pretty cool, and this is one thing that they've been touting since the game's Kickstarter back in 2015. So it's not something that they stole from Chaos Bane. I definitely want to get that out there. This is something that they had initially come up with and something they've been working on and promising since the game's release, since the game's announcement, that is. Sarasay Carousel type stuff is still going to be in the game. All of that, you can level up to level 90. Skills have been totally rebalanced. Potions can now be used instantly. Let's see, they are adding new monsters. They're adding new modifiers, a total of 16 for every skill. They're adding some new skills. Let's see. They're adding 27 new named monsters to the game, and they're adding 3 new hidden bosses at some specific locations during the campaign. You can now encounter hidden bosses, and hidden bosses can only be killed once and provide a unique challenge with high rewards. So that could be something interesting that you can take a look at while you're going through the campaign. You can see if you can find these unique bosses and fight them and kill them, etc. So that sounds pretty interesting, that these are going to be like hidden bosses in the game. They're adding new armors and weapons. They're adding 18 new unique items. They're adding new magic effects on these items. So they're adding new tiers of potions to match the character progression. Gems are now stackable, and max stack size is 20. There are going to be 12 different types of gems, and gems have 9 different types of effects depending on the sockets that they're socketed into instead of the original 3. Gem sockets on items can be rerolled at the jeweler shop in Stormfall, which will change your item sockets configuration. So some of these sockets are going to be defensive, offensive, support, that sort of thing. So there's going to be different type of sockets as well, I believe. Overall, it's going to look and feel like a new experience once you get outside of Act 1. I think it's going to be a very decent game. Hopefully it has a solid launch. I would expect bugs in the game. There have been bugs in this game since its inception, and it is a smaller company working on it. It's a company that started with like 5 or 6 people and grew into a company of 45, which is still a drop into the bucket compared to what Grinding Gear Games has or Blizzard has available to work on their games. So this is a smaller development team. Personally, that's why it took so long. I do think that, the more people you have working on the game, the more chance that you've got to really put some effort into it behind it. But they've been pumping out some decent work, and I'm personally looking forward to it. Hopefully it succeeds. I do plan on playing this a lot over the next week or 2 at least, and I do plan on doing content for this channel and for Twitch. And there will be summoning skills put into the game, lulz. Good thing that you brought that up. Those are going to be coming as well, and there's going to be a lot of new stuff in the game, and hopefully it's going to do pretty decent. But let me know down in the comment section down below, if you are coming to this video afterwards, what you think of Wolcen, how'd the launch go, if you want to talk about that, because tomorrow night we'll be finding out. I'll be live tomorrow, twitch.tv/Wolfcryer, around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with the full launch of Wolcen Lords of Mayhem. Hopefully you guys get to play it a little bit earlier, and you can tell me what you think about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to chill with me on this daytime stream looking at Wolcen Lords of Mayhem. I always greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all tomorrow night on Twitch. Peace.